Cool. Yeah, we're gonna get started at 10:05. So just 1 minute and then we can get started with the whole presentation. And meanwhile, feel free to like jump in and then if you guys have any questions, just let me know. And I'll be more than happy to answer that. Cool. Now we're at time. We should just get started. So, hi everybody. My name is Han Yang. I'm CEO of Quotr, and then today we're introducing our services that's been doing super well, and then we're receiving a lot of actual requests, and then which I can show you guys how it works and why this is actually going to be helpful for a lot of folks. Uh, so first, I'm gonna like jump to the problems about the kind of the whole pre-con bottleneck. And then for folks who are actually in the industry, they probably already know it's like very hard to get like legit senior cost estimator. Um, and because like for to do these kind of cost estimation and takeoffs, the accuracy rate is the number one priority. And then it does take a lot of efforts and learning to really get all these numbers correct. And then the second thing is actually it does take a long time, specifically for like bigger projects. For a university campuses, these or like a facilities in a national lab, the takeoff is taking like 2 weeks to produce, and then all that kind of time and then the effort and then the labor hours getting to it. And in the end, you are just invited into the bid session, and then you have to if you don't win, all that goes to lost. And then the third thing is actually when you actually have a lot of projects proposal uh, invitation, and you just don't have the capacity to really do it. And then you're not only just forfeiting that opportunity to bid for that job, but if you constantly doing this is also a relationship thing because we have worked with like general contractors are losing bids because they cannot deliver them on time or as they promised, or they just kind of forget about these bid requests. And then so in the end, it's really hurting the business brand. And then it's not a good thing to miss these things. And that's why we started to realize this instead of just the software itself where you can do it on your own, we started to help our customers started with their excessive amount of projects, or sometimes they just don't want to do the takeoff or cost estimation or preparing for their bids at all. And giving that, I just kind of highlighted the three kind of the big services right now we provided with our in-house cost estimators using the software we developed to quickly deliver these results for your projects. That includes the takeoff services. A lot of the suppliers, manufacturer, and subcontractors are using that and then match it with their database. The cost estimation services is really to help them understand like the budget, and then they can actually control their overhead, their markup, so that they can send out the proposal. And then, or you can just cut the chase directly to the proposal where we help you actually manage all the proposal from the takeoff cost estimation to the proposal, and then also kind of all the kind of asking the price to the suppliers or to the subcontractors so that you can get the most accurate bid and send it to your customers. So the cool idea is like when we deliver this there's great customer service afterwards. You will actually have the control and then we will help you actually kind of improve on the results that we delivered. And the delivery time is, oftentimes for smaller project is like 1 or 2 days. For bigger project is like 3 to 4 days. And then you don't have to add another headcounts to your companies, and you completely owns the decision makings for your bid. And then we will just work around with what you actually want. And like I see, this is like some screenshots. So if you actually go to our website, you will be able to you see it, there's the software and then there's the services. And then if you actually go scroll down a little bit, you can start to see a lot of the job we've done for different trades and for different project scope and project like different type. So you can hop in there and then see like what have we done with the markup or with the Excel, so we can see like the previous job we've done so far. And amount wise, we've done more than 150 projects a week right now is the capacity, which is pretty good. And moving on to the next is the actual steps, how this actually works. So The first step, easy, send over your PDF. And if you can actually describe the scope of work in our chatbot, that would be even better for our AI agent to first process the scope and then for our in-house cost estimator to really understand and do the final checkup for you. And this is actually an AI agent led, so actually a lot faster. And then, like I mentioned, our in-house cost estimator is like top-notch. Senior cost estimators have been in the industry for more than 5 to 10 years in the industry, so they know the drill. And then they've done bigger projects, smaller projects, renovation projects, you name it, they did it. And then the fourth one is the deliver directly to you with the final results. And I can showcase some of the projects later to you. And to showcase how this work, basically it's pretty straightforward. You can go to like the AI Quotr Services website. At the very top, you will see there is actually a go to portal. And if you are first time logging, it's actually gonna ask you to log in. See, like there's actually the different kind of services you can request it, and then ways the instruction where you can just start to upload and talk about the scope, where the AI is actually gonna gather more information about the specific projects, and you will get in touch in one business day with the quote, how much this is gonna cost, as well as the kind of um how long this is gonna be delivering, and then you will be receiving this in your email directly. And on the left side tab, you can see like all the previous jobs I've done before. So you keep it in a record, and you can always start a new one. So this is the good way where you can track for all the service. And later on, I can also show you like how you can use our software to really check for the final results of the services, final products we delivered. And then with the help with our AI agent, you can actually check for the final results. So pretty straightforward, dump the file, talk about the scope, and then we'll get back to in a day. And the next step is actually how these kind of things take. Like I previously mentioned, it takes takeoff is a general 1 or 2 days, depends on the scope, cost estimation, and proposal does take longer time. And we do iterate these with you because some of them will send us the customers will send us their database, and some of them will prefer to use our database or a specific database they requested the system to use. And then it's actually pretty straightforward. It's a project based. So this depends on like the project scope, the size. We'll actually give you a quote alongside with the time frame, so you can decide whether you wanted to move forward with us. And with the deliverables, this is one cool thing where we actually have our own software. Is you not only have the code Excel or the marked up PDF, like the other kind of the services. You also directly have the editable final results where it's easy to track. You can search. You can actually ask the AI agent about the project. Whereas all the other ones is just a code, like 500 rows of Excel where it's gonna have a very hard, like you see for like a 500 rows of Excel, you have to go in there and then manually see all the stuff that is happening. Whereas in our platform, you can we will also share a version of the what the AI agent and then the cost estimator have done, and you can check for the details. And how that work is pretty straightforward. So let's say if I'm going to the specific software where the cost estimator is using this to deliver the projects, where they will actually share a specific copy to you by just hearing a share and then entering the emails you typed during your registration to the website. And you will have a copy of this version and the specific project inside the software. So inside here, you will be able to see everything what the cost estimator is have done the work, like all the things, all the assemblies, all the items, all the markups they've done, and you see like everything here is editable. And then if you wanted to ask a specific question about the software, you can always go to our AI agent, which the entrance is right here, um, to see like how me to review the takeoff table with the drawing set. And it's gonna give the highlights of things are missing or feels wrong. So this is a quick way to actually assess, and you can utilize all these measurements tool to adjust for any of the results we actually do. So see, there's actually a lot of the areas we actually marked up for, and then you can go into that specific and adjust it for yourself. So because this project is not finished, so a lot of the stuff here is actually going to be missed from the AI agent. But as you can see, it's the same features where the AI agent reads through the drawings and tell you the differentiation of what the table has been made, as well as what is actually on the drawing sets to help you really understand this and then examine this really quick. And then you can use all these AI tools to help you actually make it happen. Yeah. You see, like now it's examining like an expected pattern because it's missing a lot of stuff. It's analyzing a lot of the things. But I'm giving a very heavy task for the AI since this is not a complete drawing. But it started to understand, you see, like how the things are different, and then the critical different error that happens in here. Basically, the number is way off, and then so using this is a good way to start to examine what the service results looks like. Okay, so now we know the biggest differentiator of our software and then other kind of cost estimation services we're providing out there. Let's also jump into like this specific steps, like I just showed you, right? The share button where we build it already, and then you can actually have the results and for check. And to do that specific task, you can just go to the Quotr.ai/services, which is the website I just showed you out there. Go to show you, just go to Quotr.ai/service, and you will be able to see everything here. And not to mention, this is the standardized type of services. I'm also going to showcase you guys a lot of the services on top of just the cost estimation. So one thing I wanted to show is for that is if I share here, this is one of the type of projects actually done for not the GCs or subcontractor, but like fast cost estimation, and also to assess whether this money makes sense or not. And then this is done for a lot of the banks and then the private lender, so that they can understand whether the bids that received is actually correct, because we actually really knows what is happening here in each of the zip code area. So you see, like this is kind of a summarization of what is happening here. And we also have like detailed analyses on these specific things in the different trades, and we can highlight whether this is like a high number or a low number, and then with the assumptions to back it up. So you can use these to talk to your GCs, to your subcontractors, because we know how things works. And on top of that, we also actually help people to directly generate the proposal, which I can show like how that works. So the first step is always these takeoffs, right? So it's gonna have all the measurements labeled out for you on the drawing sets, everything you need to understand on the markup, and also kind of in here, the detailed breakdown of all the line items for different locations, what is their cost, what is their wastages, what is the total cost, and then the labor costs. So with all this information and all the assumption we made, because sometimes the AI is actually giving out a lot of these, because if there's not enough information on the drawing sets, we'll have to make reasonable assumptions, and then the estimator is going there and then check for the results, making sure all these assumptions are appropriated and fits for the code. And then after this, we're going to be working with you, and you're going to be working with the cost estimators to generate these proposals. You see, like including the scope of work, including everything they're going to be doing, what is not in the scope, what is the assumptions we made, and then what is the total amount that we're going to be bidding for this specific job. And then you can send this directly to your customers to win the bids. So these are like some additional type of services we provided. And then a standardized one is, when you submit a drawing, it looks like this, right? So standardized, everything is hasn't been marked up. In a day or so, you're gonna actually receive something like this, where everything is being marked up with actual kind of a measurements, with its dimension, with all the kind of area, the linear footage, the cubic yards, and the specific location for certain kind of trades. So you can utilize all these information, see like everything has been calculated for you. And also the detailed breakdown, kind of a template where you can see like the summarization and then the Excel sheet tied to it. So you can use this for your bid or for your own assessment. Cool. And giving that said, I do have some final thoughts I wanted to share with you. So pretty straightforward. We provide this very fast, very accurate cost estimation, takeoff, and then also proposal services. And on top of that, you have access to that specific projects. You send it to us in our software to help you really expedite that process to check for the final results with the help from our AI tools and AI agents. So what type of trades do you guys accept? So we actually supports all 26 trades. So from MEP to plumbing to HVAC to structural, you name it, we have done it before. And then we've done projects for uh, Apple, SpaceX, McDonald's, those big projects, and to smaller kind of private home builders. So all skill and then all trades. Because in the end, there's the experience, the cost estimators are actually doing the final checkups and then making sure everything is right.